AITAH for siding with my dad in my parents' divorce, even though he cheated. I'm 15, the oldest of 3 kids. My whole life, I've been treated like an outsider by my mother and her side. It wasn't imagined, it was systematic and painful. When I made a painting at school, my mom wouldn't even look at it, but anything my younger siblings created was treated like a masterpiece, displayed everywhere. My aunt would never ask about my day or show interest in anything I did. She'd barely acknowledge me. But with my siblings, she was the warmest person you'd ever meet. My mom would forget to set a plate for me at dinner. One year, our family Christmas card used a photo without me in it, like I didn't exist. I used to hear my parents fight about this constantly when I was younger. My dad would beg her to try, to just treat me like she treated the other kids. Now I realize I was probably part of the reason for their divorce, beyond the cheating. My dad and his family were the complete opposite. They loved me unconditionally. My father has been the best dad anyone could ask for, supportive, present, and always there when I needed him. The contrast was impossible to ignore. A few days before my parents told us about the divorce, I got into a massive fight with my mom. I finally asked her, "Why don't you love me?" She admitted she never wanted me, that I was a failed termination. She tried to end the pregnancy, but something went wrong. My dad exploded on her. I was sent to bed, just lying there crying, feeling like my entire existence was a mistake. A few days later, my parents sat us down and told us they were getting divorced. My siblings were devastated, crying and falling apart. I just felt numb. I still feel numb. My aunt was there and started directing us to pack and leave with my mom. I refused. I wasn't going to live with a woman who'd spent 15 years treating me like garbage. I told my aunt I wasn't leaving. My mother looked sad, but I walked to my bedroom. My aunt followed, furious. She said my siblings look up to me and that I needed to support my mother. I called my mom a bitch. My aunt got angry and said my dad had cheated and I should support my mother. That's how I learned he'd cheated. And honestly, I didn't care. I brought up the termination and asked her why I would support someone who doesn't love me and never wanted me. I listed every example of mistreatment I could remember, every forgotten plate, every ignored achievement, every time I was made to feel invisible in my own family. My aunt told me it was complicated and that I couldn't resent my mother for it. At that point, my parents came upstairs because we were yelling, and they got her to leave my room. It's been a few weeks. I'm staying with my dad. My mother wants to talk to me, and I refuse. I feel especially terrible about my siblings. They really look up to me, and I've basically abandoned them during the hardest time of their lives. I should be there for them, but instead, I just sit in my room and cry. To make everything worse, my 8-year-old sister overheard the fight with my aunt. She didn't understand everything, but she looked up what termination meant, and now thinks my mother tried to kill me. She won't accept any explanation my mom or aunt tries to give her. She's convinced our mother hates me and is trying to separate us. My dad doesn't want me to hate my mom. He wants me to talk to her, to have a relationship with her. But when I think about the termination, I understand it. She was a scared teenager. What I can't forgive is the 15 years of differential treatment that followed. The coldness, the neglect, the constant reminder that I wasn't wanted. As for my dad cheating, yeah, he's a piece of crap for it. I know that objectively, but when I look at him, I see the only parent who ever actually loved me, the one who fought for me, who noticed when I was being mistreated, who tried to make her see me as worthy of basic human decency. Everyone's telling me I'm wrong for supporting a cheater, that I'm choosing the wrong parent, but they don't understand what it's like to grow up knowing your own mother wishes you didn't exist, to spend 15 years trying to earn love that was never going to come. So am I the asshole for staying with my dad even though he cheated? Maybe, but I'd rather be with someone who made one terrible mistake than someone who made me feel like I was the mistake every single day of my life.